Guys, Fast2SMS has launched its white-labeled Bulk SMS Reseller program. So if you want to start your own bulk SMS business, when you sign up for Fast2SMS Reseller, you will get access to a panel where you can create your own users. These users will be able to send DLT messages from their own panel, and they'll also get app access. So guys, you will buy messages from us at a low cost and sell them to your users at a higher cost, and the margin in between will be your direct profit. And you don't need any technical knowledge to become a bulk SMS reseller. The entire panel is ready-made for you. You just need to know how to operate the panel, like where to create users, where to set per SMS cost for them, and how to white label your website so that your site is fully created under your own domain, your own logo, and your own name. This way, your users will never know that the website isn't yours or that it's from Fast2SMS. So, if you want to become a Fast2SMS reseller, you need to go to fast2sms.com reseller. When you go there, you will find a sign up button. You need to click on it and then just fill out this form, and your panel will be ready-made for you. So guys, in this form, first you need to enter your name, then your email ID, and based on that email ID, your username will be auto-generated. But if you want to change your username, you can do that as per your preference, because whenever you log in, you will need to use your username and password. After that, the mobile number you provide below is where you will receive an SMS with your password. Your username will be your login ID, and the password you get on your mobile will be your password. Now, if you want to read our terms and conditions and privacy policy, you can click here, and then you need to click on I agree and then on the submit button. As soon as you click, it will say here, account credited successfully. Password set on your mobile number. Check your mobile number, you will receive a password with digits on your phone. So guys, there's one thing I want to tell you. Whenever you want to log into the reseller panel, you can either go to fast2sms.com reseller and log in from there, or you can directly open the Fast2SMS reseller panel. Whatever username and password you created, you can enter them directly here and log in, just like I'm logging in right now. As soon as I submit from the Fast2SMS reseller panel, my login is successful, and if you look at the top, the domain has automatically changed, so my login is successful. So guys, after logging into the reseller panel, you will get access to a panel like this. Bulk 9 is actually the Fast2SMS reseller panel. Until you provide your domain in the website settings and get it whitelisted, you and your users can directly use bulk9.com for login and sign up. But as soon as you provide your domain here, the entire website will be managed from your white label domain. So now we'll move ahead and understand how to add this in the website settings, but before that, let's go to the next step. On the dashboard here, you have received a free credit of 100 rupees from our side so that you can test our panel, create users, allocate money to those users, and those users can send messages using that money. So here, if you go to account info, you will see that you have 100 rupees and the rate per SMS is 15 paise. So, you get 667 messages. If you go to add credit, there's an option here for plan details. If you go there, you will be able to see your plans. Here, you have been given the DLT route, and the SMS cost for DLT messages is showing as 15 paise. If you click on details right here, you will get all the information. Your total amount is 100 rupees, and at 15 paise per message, you get 667 messages. Currently, the consumed amount is showing as 0 because until the user you create, which we'll do next, sends a message, neither your wallet nor the user's wallet will be debited. But whatever messages you see here are currently available to you. As soon as you create a user and allocate messages to them, those messages will automatically be deducted from your available balance and moved to the side. Then, whenever the user sends a message, it will show up in your consumed amount. So first of all, you need to create a user. To create a user, go to Manage User. Until you create a user, you won't get access to the user panel, and if you want to send messages yourself, it's compulsory to create at least one user. So, to create a user, go to Manage User, and here, click on Add User. When you click here, a form will appear. You need to fill out this entire form so you can manually create a user for now. In this video, We'll later understand how to set it up in website settings so that your users can directly sign up on your website automatically. But for now, we need to create a user manually. I've entered the username test user. The username is available, so I'll get it. After that, you need to enter a full name. Email ID and mobile number are optional. You can provide them if you want or leave them blank. Then, create a password with a minimum of 6 characters. After creating the password, click on Add User. As soon as I click Add User, my user is created. The username and password for this user can be used to log in directly at bulk9.com. If you want to access the user panel directly, there's a button here, Login as User. If you click on it, the panel that opens up is the Users panel. All the users you create under you will get this kind of panel, from where they can send their DLT messages, check their delivery reports, check their transaction history, and even get the API for their DLT messages, which they can directly integrate into their website or software. So, this panel is for the user, and the panel you have is the reseller panel, from where you manage users. Now, if this user also wants to send messages, first they need to register on DLT. If you don't know what DLT is, let me quickly explain. In India, if any company or user wants to send messages, DLT registration is mandatory. DLT registration means that the sender ID from which you want to send messages and the message template itself must be approved beforehand. Once the operator approves it, you get the entity ID, sender ID, and template ID. When you have all these things, you bring them into our reseller panel. Your user will enter these details here, and then they'll be able to send messages. So, how do all these things get approved? How does the sender ID get approved? How do you get the entity ID? Where do you get the template ID? Where do you get the message you want to send approved? For that, we've created a link. Go to fast2sms.com notice NOTICE. Here, we provide you with 3 videos. In the first video, we explain how to register on any DLT panel. After that, we show you how to register your header, which is the 6-digit header from which the message will be sent, also called the sender ID. Then comes the content template. The message you want to send must be approved first. Once you have all 3 things, you will get all this information on your DLT panel, which you will then enter here: sender ID, entity ID, message text, and template ID. Then your user can send messages. So, from our panel, your users will be able to send messages, but they must first complete DLT registration. You can search for the DLT process online, or you can follow the instructions in the link we've provided to understand the process and guide your users to complete their DLT registration first, after which they can send messages. For any users you create, you'll be the one providing support. Fast2SMS will not have any role here. However, if you encounter any problems in the reseller panel, or if your users face any issues with DLT, Fast2SMS will provide you with support, and you can then pass that support on to your users. Until you add money to your users' wallets in the user panel, they won't be able to test the panel. So, how do you add money for any user? For that, go to Manage User. As we just logged in, there's an option here, Add Plan. Click on Add Plan. Here, you can add messages to this user, which they'll then be able to send. You'll see a route here, DLT messages. Right now, in your reseller panel, you have 667 messages, so you can allocate up to 667 messages to your users. If your user wants to buy, say, 100,000 SMS, you will first need to buy 100,000 SMS from Fast2SMS, which will show up in your available SMS. Then you can allocate those messages to any user. For example, you currently have 667 messages, so let's say we allocate 100 SMS here. Now, what per SMS cost do you want to charge that user? The average per SMS cost will be calculated if you have multiple plans. Right now, you have a plan at 15 paise per SMS, but you can give it to your user for less than 15 paise if you want. You can sell it over 15 paise. But if you sell it under 15 paise, you'll incur a loss because you bought it higher and are selling it cheaper. For example, If you bought it at 15 paise and want to set the user price at 25 paise, you'll enter 0.25 here. So, for 100 SMS, the balance will be calculated at 25 paise, 25 rupees. Below, there's another option. Invoice type for your reference to track if you've received money from the user for the amount you are giving them. If payment is received, select prepaid. Postpaid means you'll collect money later. So, based on prepaid or postpaid, you are given a flag to set. You can also select the expiry date. When it arrives, money in the user's wallet expires. By default, we select 1 year for you whenever you add money, so the user gets 1 year validity. If you want, you can set any validity for future years and give that to the user. After that, when you submit, you'll see a plan has been added for this user and they received 25 rupees. The user received 100 messages. You sold them at 25 paise each, but acquired them at 15 paise each. All details are shown here. You can also withdraw. If you accidentally added too much, click withdraw. It will show the user's available balance and you can withdraw based on that. Suppose I want to withdraw 50 messages, I'll enter 50 and 12.5 rupees will be debited from this user and 50 messages will be removed from their account. So, you can do this by clicking withdraw. To extend an expiry date, for example, if a user's expiry date has passed and their plan expired, go to change expiry and set a new expiry date. Whatever expiry date you set will be saved as the user's new expiry date. Now, let's go back to manage user and log in as the user. As soon as we log in, they received 25 rupees. If they check their account, they can see 25 paise. Based on 25 paise per message, they received 100 messages. If they go to add credit, it currently says contact support because your user will pay you according to your plan and then add that from your reseller panel. Here you can change this tax. If you want to change the tax so your users can see different plans, you need to go back to the reseller panel. Here you will find website settings. When you go to website settings, you need to fill in some information. First is the display name. Enter your company name here. It will appear on every page. Currently, you see settings and wallet. Enter your company name here. Add your company name in the display name and your logo in the display logo. For user panel color, multiple options are available. Your user currently sees pink. You can change the color. Setting it to golden will make it golden and the panel color will update here. Below, an option. Payment page text, the text the user sees after going to add credit, you can set that here. This way, you can format what you want to display. There's also another option, contact us text. This is what the user sees when they click the support button. If your user needs support, you provide it. So, the text that appears here when they click this button, you can write that text here. After entering the information, you need to click save. As soon as I click save, the page will refresh. Now see what has changed. My company logo has appeared. My company name is now at the top. And whatever user panel color I set, that color will now be visible. So when I refresh, the user will see it in yellow. If the user goes to add credit, whatever you have written there for add credit will be shown to the user here. So whatever you have put in the contact text, that will be shown to the user when they click on the support icon. And now, on every page, your company name appears. Now, one thing remains, this bulk9.com that your user is seeing and you are seeing. If you want to put your own domain here so that the user never finds out that you are reselling someone else's service, that's exactly what it means. White label means your company's name and logo appear everywhere. For that, go to domain settings. If you go to domain settings, we ask for a domain. To white label your domain, first buy one from any vendor. Once bought, there's an option for DNS management. There, create a name for bulk9 on any subdomain. For example, if I have a domain called excise and try to add it here, I'll get an error saying you can only add a subdomain, not the direct domain name. So, create it on a subdomain. SMS.your company name, panel.your company name, whatever subdomain you want to create, you need to set it up in your DNS management. For testing, let's say we name it SMSF2 SMSN. When we go here and edit, you will get a notification saying you should only add this after you've created a name under this domain. You need to go to your domain's DNS provider. For example, if you bought it from Namecheap, here it's showing how to add a name. You can also directly search on Google for how to add a name with your domain provider. In the type field, you need to select name. In the host field, where it says www, you will write SMS. In the value field, you will enter bulk9.com. Leave the TTL as it is and then add this record. Now, suppose you use Cloudflare. In Cloudflare, you first need to select your domain. After selecting the domain, go to DNS, where you will find the records. Here, you will see an option to add a record. In DNS management, when you click on Add Record, it will ask you what type of DNS record you want to add. We need to add a name, so select name. Then, you will see a name field here. Enter the same name as the subdomain you want to create, like we did earlier with SMS. As soon as you type SMS, it will show you that a subdomain will be created, like SMSF2 SMSN. In the target field, enter bulk9.com because we want to whitelist the bulk9 website on our domain. As you can see, it's showing that SMSF2.SMS will become an alias for bulk9.com, meaning anything that opens on bulk9.com will now open on SMSF2.SMS as well. So, whatever your company name is, you will be able to create the entire website with that name. Leave the proxy status on and save it. Now, you will see a new record has been added. You've created a name with the name SMS pointing to bulk9.com. Now, go to the Fast to SMS Reseller panel in the domain settings and enter the same domain where you created the name. Click on Add Domain, then check the box that says Yes, I have added name on SMSF2.SMS to bulk9.com. Click on it and confirm. As soon as you confirm, the domain will be added. This is an automatic process within 5 to 10 minutes. If you set up the name correctly, you will get a message on your mobile number saying your domain has been whitelisted. So guys, within 5 to 10 minutes, you will see your domain status as approved if you've set up the name properly. Now, when I open this domain, everything that was running on bulk9.com will now run on your domain, and your company's logo and name will also appear here. You and your users will be able to log in directly. As soon as the website starts opening on your domain, you will get customization options. So, as soon as you go here, in the website settings, the very first option is website design, whether you want to show the login page or the landing page. As soon as you tick the landing page option and save it, when you open the website, the login page won't appear directly. Instead, you will get the full landing page. You can manage everything you want to add to this page and what you want your users to see. In the website settings, a new tab will appear for landing settings. When you go there, you can specify everything you want to display on that page. But before this, let's go back to general settings. If you want to enable the forgot password feature, meaning your users can reset their passwords, you need to click yes. After clicking yes and saving, your users will be able to reset their passwords. How will they do this? When they go to your website and click on the login page, a forgot password button will appear below. As long as you have this feature turned off, the button won't show. As soon as you turn it on, your users will see this button. Your user can click on it, enter their username, and reset their password. In the same way, if you want your user to be able to sign up directly from your website, so you don't have to keep going to manage users and create things manually, then you need to go to website settings. Here, there's an option called sign up settings, which is off by default. If you want your user to be able to sign up on their own, you need to set this to yes. After clicking yes and saving, when you go back to the login page, you'll see a new button, sign up here. When your user clicks on this, they'll fill out the sign up form, and this user will be mapped under you and will be able to log in directly and access the panel. In automation, There's another feature. When you enable this, you'll see an option for free credit on sign up. Just like you were given free credit of 100 rupees, if you want to give your users free credit too, you can specify here whether it's 10 rupees, 50 rupees, etc. Suppose I want to give 10 rupees, I'll enter 10 rupees here. If I enter 0.25 here, then whenever a user fills out the sign up form in automation, they'll get 10 rupees credit and 25 paise set for SMS calls. As soon as I save this, it's all set. Now, when your user signs up here, let's say I create a user, set the username as test user, fill in the rest of the information, set the password, and click sign up. This user has now signed up through your website. When your user logs in through your website, the panel they see will show that they've received 10 rupees and they'll see the SMS cost as 25 paise. So, this is what they need to check, which plan they've received. The user can go to add credit as well. The user can go to add credit and check under plan details to see which plan they have received. Here, you'll see that this user has received 40 messages. These 40 messages have been credited to them by debiting 40 messages from your own balance that you received through Fast to SMS. If you want to verify this, you can go to add credit yourself. After going to add credit, go to plan details. Here, you will see that we credited one user with 100 messages and 40 messages have been automatically credited to this user. So, on your side, 40 messages have been deducted. Now you have 527 available messages. If you go to manage user, you'll see that two users are now showing up. One user we created manually and the other user signed up through our website, so they also appear in the list here. If we go to view plan, you'll see that just like we manually added a plan for one user, this plan was added automatically for the other user because we checked the option in the website settings to give all users free credit worth 10 rupees and 25 paise upon sign up. So, for your website, you can check what things you want to show to users who open your website. Everything can be configured here. Inside the landing settings, for example, when we turned on sign up, the sign up now button started appearing. If we come here and turn off sign up and save it, then if any user opens the landing page, there won't be any sign up facility there. Now you will have to create signups manually. Even if you go to the login page, the sign up button will be gone from there too. So, in this way, you can toggle it on or off as needed. Now, coming to the landing page settings, here I wrote a heading, changed the color, wrote a subheading and saved it. Now, when I go to my website and refresh it, I'll see the heading at the top, the subheading below it, and whatever color I set there will now appear everywhere. Even if you open the login page, the same color will show up. Now, you might see a banner in the background here. If you want to change this banner, you can add a new one here as well. After that, there are many options. You can keep ticking them and you'll keep getting all the information about what things you want to show and what you don't. According to that, you can tick and save everything here. So, as soon as I saved it, when you open your landing page, you will see multiple things, the landing heading at the top, then the pricing below it, and then payment. If you want information on your website, if you want to show website info, you can. To display client logos, you can. To show contact things, you can. So, all these can be managed by ticking options. Now, if a user sends a message, let's understand transaction history. As soon as user adds entity ID, sender ID, content template, and DLT SMS, it saves here. Then, user can select them and send. But if user thinks, I don't want to add these, I just want to send directly, I've already got it approved. From DLT, you might wonder, where should I write things and just send the message? We've given you the option of DLT manual. Your user will go to DLT manual, enter their sender ID, entity ID, message text, template ID, and mobile number, and then press send. If not approved on DLT by the operator, the message will fail. The reason for failure will be shown, indicating what was written incorrectly. Here, I entered sender ID, entity ID, mobile number, message, and template ID. But the information I entered is not DLT approved, so even if I send it, the system won't stop me from sending the message because I'm sending it manually through DLT. It's showing a charge of 25 paise. I confirmed it, so the message has been sent, but it will fail because none of these things are approved at the DLT level. So, if you want to send any message in India, you first have to get it approved. Then, only after entering all this information correctly, your user's message will be delivered. Otherwise, the user's message will fail. Now, if you go to the delivery report, your user will see why the message failed. Right now, it's showing sent, but the message will fail. If you click on the mobile number, you will see the message has failed and the description is showing. It's an invalid header because I entered an invalid header. If I entered the correct header but the wrong template, the error message would say the template is mismatched. So, all information will be shown to the user. Now, on the panel, you'll see here that the message has failed. So, your user's message has failed because they sent it manually through DLT, and this information hasn't been approved on the DLT panel. If your user's message is failing, you need to check the description here to see why the message failed, fix the issues accordingly, and then resend the message. Now, if you look here, go to the transaction history, you'll see that 25 paise have been debited from this user's account. Now, their wallet balance is left with 9.75. Now, if you go to your reseller panel and check the transaction history, you'll see that 15 paise have been debited from your account. So, you had a balance of 100 rupees and now 15 paise have been debited, so 15 paise have been deducted from your account and 25 paise from the user's account. Now, if you go to add credit and check the plan details, you'll see here that under consumed, you can see one SMS. So, whenever any user sends messages, it will keep showing up under consumed. And whenever you assign messages to any user, even if they haven't sent a message yet but the messages have been assigned, they'll show up on the side. And the available balance you see here is the balance you can map to users. So, whenever you buy messages from fast to SMS, they'll appear in available. Then, when you assign them to a user, they'll move to assigned. Then, when the user sends a message, the message will be deducted from your wallet balance as well and it will show up in consumed. And the money will only be deducted from both your wallets when the user actually sends a message. So, whatever amount you've set will be deducted from the user and the amount you've received. Through fast to SMS, the SMS cost will keep getting deducted from your transaction history by that amount. Now, if you want, you can select all in the transaction history and search, and you will be able to see the transaction history of your users as well as your own transaction history. So here, you can see 25 paise was deducted from the user and 15 paise from you. You can also search transaction history user-wise here, either from your own reseller panel or for yourself. So, you can see all these things here. If you don't want to add a domain, you can also give your users bulk9.com, but if you use bulk9.com, you won't be able to set up the landing page, sign up settings, or forget password settings because bulk9.com will remain common for all resellers and all users. But if you want customization on your own website, you will need to add a domain first. Once your domain is approved, all the settings you make will only be set on your domain. If another reseller is there, they'll set their settings on their own domain. So, if you provide your own domain, all these settings will work on your domain. And if you don't add your own domain, then on bulk9.com, these settings won't work for you because it's a common shared domain across all resellers and all users. If you or your users face any problem related to the reseller, if there's any DLT issue, we will help you, but ultimately you support your users. Our team only supports you as a reseller. If free credits are used up and you need to recharge, go to add credit. There you will find the payment gateway option. These are the current plans which change over time. Depending on the operator, as they provide us with plans, we will provide you with those plans. So, the minimum you can purchase is 10,000 SMS, meaning you will get panel access for just 2,000 rupees and receive 10,000 SMS. You can then create your own customers, sell messages, and increase your profit margin. As your customer base grows and you send more messages, you can buy the minimum plan from us and sell it at a higher price. So, you could say the minimum investment is basically nothing, but if you want to buy the minimum plan, you can start as a reseller for just 2,000 rupees, which you can then sell. There is no monthly or setup fee to use our panel. Also, all messages you send go through our direct connectivity with all operators, whether it's Airtel, Jio, Vodafone, Videocon, or BSNL. Whatever message your user wants to send, it goes directly to the operator as soon as they hit send. There's no middleware, which is why our message delivery rates are high, because we are directly connected to the operators. As soon as your user hits send, we'll send it directly to the operator and the operator will deliver it directly. If you are using someone else's reseller panel, keep in mind that they usually don't have direct operator connectivity, which increases the failure ratio. Message delivery time also increases. I hope you've understood how to use your fast SMS reseller panel, create users, and how users will send messages. I hope you liked this video. Thank you.